Hi, I'm Dr. Will Horton of the LiveFree online addiction recovery program. And today we're going to be talking about for the family, how friends and family can help addicts and alcoholics recover. Because our mission at LiveFree is to help people recover from an addiction and to get that zest back for living. Now, it's always important for you to remember what we call the 3 C's. Number 1 is you didn't cause the addiction, you can't control the addiction, and you can't cure the addiction. Always remember that they can't stop drinking or using for any other person. They have to do it for themselves. You know, it's been said that if you take an addict or an alcoholic and you drop them off in a strange city, chances are they'll find a dope dealer or a bar house or a place to get high before you unpack the car. Because there's some things that you can do to help, however. Number 1 is you have to set boundaries. Always remember that it's your health and the health of the family and the friendship that's important. But don't use boundaries to punish or shame the other person. Always remember, don't accuse or judge. And whatever you do, avoid name calling. They feel bad enough as they're trying to recover. But the hardest thing is to do not enable. In other words, they call it tough love for a reason. It's usually tougher on you than it is the addict or the alcoholic. And the easiest way to do this is to educate yourself about addiction and recovery. And the hardest part of tough love is you don't really shield the addict or the alcoholic from the consequences of their behavior. And that's harder on us sometimes than it is the addict or the alcoholic. But people are much more likely to change if they have consequences for the negative behavior. And some other things that we can do that's important is, number 1, you have to allow the addict or the alcoholic time to go to meetings, go to therapy, go to treatment. You have to encourage that. You know, you don't want them to feel bad about taking that time for them. And then you need to also make sure that you have time for fun, both for yourself and fun things that you can do with the addict or the alcoholic. And the easiest way to do that is if you can separate the addiction from the person. You know, sometimes we say you can hate the addiction, but not the addict, because when a person's in an active addiction, they can do some things that aren't really nice. Because one of the things an addiction does is it causes people to lose their moral and ethical core. You know, so they do things they wouldn't normally do. So some other things for you and your family. Avoid self-blame. Again, you didn't cause it. You're not helping this person make those bad decisions, and you really can't force them to change. You can give leverage to help them change. And the best thing you can do is take time for yourself. Always remember that living with an addict or an alcoholic is exhausting, and you need time to recover. And whatever you do, don't work harder than the addict or the alcoholic is working with themselves for recovery. You know, you can't do it for them. You can only focus on yourself. And the easiest way to do that is ask for help. Many times we'll send an addict or an alcoholic off to treatment, but we won't get that help ourselves. And whether that's go to therapy, go to a support group, you know, find like-minded friends that you can talk to. And this will help you to stop being negative when you're dealing with the addict or the alcoholic. And if you have any questions, you can contact us at the livefreeprogram.org. We're always here to help. And I want to wrap this up with a few things for you to remember. Behave as if this person that you loved or your friend suffered from another severe illness. I mean, how would you treat them if they had heart disease or cancer or severe diabetes? You know, addiction is a problem, but it's also curable. And recognize and acknowledge that the potential that addict or alcoholic has. You know, there's potential in everyone. And when you get the addiction out of the way, that potential can rise to the surface. And keep the faith, because people recover from addictions all the time. And this is for everyone, friends, family. Anytime you come across an addict or an alcoholic trying to help, offer your support. You know, and realize that it's an ongoing process. It doesn't just happen like that, it's an ongoing process. And the easiest way is to express love and concern. But don't allow yourself to be abused. And don't expect this person to stop without getting some kind of help. And always attend to your own well-being first. You know, when you're on an airplane and they're given the safety instructions, they say if the oxygen mask drops down, put it on yourself first before you help other people. It's kind of like a lifeguard. You know, you have to take care of yourself before you can help other people. And it's very important that if you're in any kind of jeopardy, always seek help. And always remember that today is the day This is the time, and now is the moment. So I'd like to thank you for joining us. And again, we're always available at www.livefreeprogram.org. And we look forward to helping you as you begin to recapture that zest for living and really learn how to live rich. Thank you.